Woyoy, is this Lex Super 2, baby? If you're listening to this, I hope you're feeling great and amazing out there. Now, America, last week, this woman filed a case on Jay-Z with Houston lawyer Tony Buzbee, the same lawyer that got the 1-800-DIDDY hotline. Yeah, him. Well, he's going at Jay-Z now in conjunction with this lady in America. This is also the same lawyer that Jay-Z filed the case on 2 weeks ago for extortion and harassment. This young lady recently came out and walked back some of the things she accused Jay-Z of. But if y'all can remember, we did a video on this several days ago. And we deadass said, whoever brought a 13-year-old young lady to a VMAs awards by herself needs to get in the can. If I don't care how old any single woman is by themselves, you don't bring them around complete strangers to a VMA award show. There's gonna be liquor, drug. Why in the world? We gotta bring you in. That ass. It's also coming out now that the woman is autistic. So you mean to tell me, and America, that's not it. She was 5 hours away from the award show. She from like upstate New York somewhere. You brought a 13-year-old autistic girl 5 hours away to the VMAs and left her by herself in 2000? Yo, America, red flag, red flag, red flag. If I'm wildin', let me know in the comments, but something just sound a bit fishy. Well, today, news dropped that the young lady reported that some of her statements were false, were not an actual account of what happened. Y'all know that Jay-Z, his lawyer, they released some statements. And remember, in our last video, we told y'all, this lawsuit could be very problematic for Mr. Tony Buzbee. Afterward, Jay-Z with them counterclaims, them countersuits, all of that is going to be a massive problem. But America, let's get into the statement that Jay-Z released today, and make sure y'all subscribe to the Super Tube, because we about to catch a vibe. You know how we do. Okay, today's investigative report proves this attorney, Buzbee, filed a false complaint against me in the pursuit of money and fame. This incident didn't happen, and yet he filed it in court and doubled down in the press. True justice is coming. We fight from victory, not for victory. This was over before it began. This 1-800 lawyer doesn't realize it yet, but soon. Signed, Sean Carter. What does he mean by doesn't realize it yet, but soon? And when he says we fight from victory, not for victory, that's legal code for, listen, you should have made sure that she was right from the source. Because then you put it in the press, you parading lies around, damaging someone's reputation, their name. Yeah, you should have made sure you was right from the jump. And y'all know Hove, I'm telling y'all, man, I don't think this is going to turn out well for Buzbee. Then Alex Spiro issues a statement and says, it is stunning that a lawyer would not only file such a serious complaint without proper vetting, but would make things worse by further peddling this false story in the press. We are asking the court to dismiss this frivolous case today, and will take up the matter of additional discipline for Mr. Buzbee and all the lawyers that filed the complaint. What does Alex Spiro mean by they're gonna take up the matter of additional discipline? And all of that, what he was saying about proper vetting, you already know that there's probably some legal statute that deals with lawyers properly vetting their clients. So a lot of things been coming on his desk. He's not like one of those rusty lawyers. He's been actively dealing with some of the biggest cases in entertainment the past 5 years. So I could imagine this ain't gonna turn out very well for Buzbee. That's what I think. But y'all let me know if we wildin'. But America,
in addition to having autism, the woman says she suffered a head injury. The night of the 2000s VMAs, she says a friend drove her from Rochester, New York to Manhattan, a more than 5-hour drive. Her attorney provided NBC News with the name of the friend who has since died. The woman says she spoke to Combs's limo driver who offered her a ride to an after party.
I stumbled upon Diddy's driver, who told me that I was exactly what Diddy was looking for.
What did you think when he said that to you?
I thought it meant that I was just pretty.
She went to a White House, she says, where she spoke to musicians Benji Madden and his brother.
I'm talking to Benji Madden about his tattoo because, I have about his tattoo that's the Last Supper, because I have a religious background. So it was just something to talk about.
In a statement to NBC News, a representative of the Maddens confirmed that they did not attend the 2000 VMAs and that they were on tour in the Midwest at the time. At the after party, she says she had a drink that made her feel woozy. Then she says Combs and Carter took turns raping her while a female celebrity watched.
JC comes in and rapes me. He at that point I was fighting, trying to get away from him, and he put his hand over my mouth and told me to stop it, cut the.
After the alleged rape, she says she ran to a gas station where she called her father, who picked her up and drove her home.
We rode home in silence. He didn't ask me what happened. He didn't ask me what I did or where I was.
In an interview with NBC News, her father said he could not verify the claims. Quote, "I felt like I would remember that, and I don't. I have a lot going on, but that's something that would definitely stick in my mind," he said. When we asked the woman about the contradictions in a phone interview on Friday, she's
listening to what that young lady, well, she was young at the time. I think she's about 37, 38 years old now. It's reported that she has autism or some condition along those lines. It makes a bit of sense as to why Jay's legal team was like, yo, let's get her to reveal her identity. She doesn't really sound all the way coherent. And keep in mind, they said that there's been some inconsistencies with her account of the story. Once again, why would anybody leave an autistic young lady alone in New York City around a bunch of strangers 5 hours away? On top of that, her father doesn't even remember her account. And remember, she said that she went to a gas station and the female clerk helped her get a phone call with her dad. So the gas station was probably a cap. I'm sure a father would remember. America, y'all let me know if that makes sense, but this sounds a bit wacky to me. These allegations, they're in the press now. They made the news, and reports surfaced yesterday saying that the NFL stands by Jay-Z, which also secures his partnership with that company. If they're gonna stand by Jay-Z with these wacky allegations, Diddy didn't have that. Yeah, this is the NFL. Their chairman issuing a statement. Nah, look, we're standing by Hove. We're aware of the allegations. If Buzbee doesn't win this case, Hove is going to sue this dude to the end of the universe. He might as well put aside $10 million and hire some other experienced lawyers to help him out with this, because that lawyer, when they get in them chambers, it's a whole different vibe out there. Now, America, this right here, this is something that's been issued from Jay-Z's lawyers to the judge. And this right here is pretty much explaining it all. And this is Megan Cuniff posted this. So this says basic facts in her narrative. They're talking about the girl that filed the case with Tony Buzbee. Basic facts in her narrative. The who, what, when, and where are wrong. She claims her father picked her up after the assault. Her own father denies that ever happened. She claims she spoke with Benji Madden at the party that night, but he was on tour in the Midwest at the time, forcing her to admit she may have made some mistakes. She may have made a mistake in identifying. She claims the assault took place at an after party at Mr. Combs' home, but photos that night show Mr. Combs and Mr. Carter at Lotus nightclub for the after party. When pressed, the plaintiff admitted she was guessing about key details, including the time it took to reach the venue. She admits she has no single corroborating witness over the last 20 years. Insane. So you don't remember whose limo driver it was. You don't remember where. She said that it was about 20 minutes away from the city. And I was wondering that. She said it was something about a white house with a U driveway or something. And I'm thinking, in New York City, if you're in the actual city, there's not really no place that's 20 minutes away from there like that. Like her description of the place, dead ass. There's no place like that 20 minutes away from wherever she said she was. The fact that she doesn't have one corroborating witness, no limousine driver, you don't know what gas station that is, a White House 20 minutes away from the city. There's so much holes in this story. Now, it then says, in light of those developments, it is now clear that Mr. Buzbee signed the complaints and other filings in this case in violation of federal rule of civil. All right, so now this is where, and this is for Tony Buzbee. When they was talking about additional discipline, this is now when they start saying things that Mr. Buzbee signed the complaints and other filings in this case in violation of federal rule of civil procedure. Like all of that right there, that means that's that additional discipline that they're talking about. And then it also says he should have never brought the claims. At minimum, he should withdraw them now. Allowing these claims to remain pending even a moment longer not only harms Mr. Carter, his family, his businesses, his employees, and his legacy, it also impairs the integrity of the judicial system. That's wacky right there, y'all. Jay-Z takes his public perception, his cultural capital, that's his ultimate asset. When you start playing with his name, his brand, reputation, y'all saw how he got on Piers Morgan. When this come out with what Tony Buzbee did, Article 11, Procedure 11, whatever that is, they're gonna zone in on that after this. They're gonna sue the crap out of Buzbee. They already have an extortion harassment lawsuit on him. And then if the courts throw this out, that's gonna be a serious problem. Now, Jay's legal counsel, they're attaching a separate case to this guy. Noting all of his legal violations to these codes of conduct, this is going to be horrendous. And there's a part in here that says that an attorney's signature should be taken seriously. If he's knowingly signing alleged fictitious reports and he's knowingly on some BS type of timing, this does not sound good for Buzbee. Once Jay-Z is in the clear with this, you know he's going to file a crazy amount of countersuits and things like that against Buzbee. On top of that, the week they did this, Blue Ivy is coming up to get featured in the Lion King movie. Jay's working on a Super Bowl with Kendrick in the NFL. This is the worst timing for Buzbee to file that. Even Celebrity B. Nobody told us who's Celebrity B, and can the girl even name that person? Do you even remember who Celebrity B was? That's what I'm wondering. That's why I'm wondering, why didn't the news reporter ask her, hey, who's Celebrity B? And if what happened after the gas station if your dad can't remember? So I'm gonna keep it a bean. I think Buzbee been on social media having a blast and probably thinks that a lot of the social media narratives are true. Probably concealing the girl's identity in hopes that others come out and push Jay-Z to settle. That could be his plan. Imagine him like, I know Jay-Z's dirty, man. We gotta get him on something, Jimmy. And of course, this is a legal corporate war here, America. But as we mentioned before, we think Hove is gonna floss on this. The Beyonce also got her Grammy nominations coming up. She been working very hard to get noted for that and to win that. And then you gonna put Celebrity B in there? Y'all already, there's a bunch of people that was Celebrity B is beyond all of this. And it's like, look, that's a problem. That's why when he said that you're harming his brand, his business, his reputation, all of that, that's going to be used and tie right into that extortion and harassment lawsuit that Jay already got on this guy. And remember, Alex Spiro is probably one of the best attorneys. You know, academics be knowing like a lot of these lawyers. But I just know Alex Spiro, he represents Elon Musk too. You know, like you see his name just with the best of the best in every field. But Alex Spiro and Jay-Z on your ass. You know Jay-Z said, got lawyers watching lawyers. Yeah, like Jay-Z probably got another lawyer that's on Tony Buzbee while Tony Buzbee is dealing with Alex Spiro. And then Jay-Z got another lawyer dealing with y'all, he got lawyers watching lawyers. America, make sure y'all subscribe to the Super Tube. All right, I hope y'all enjoyed this. Y'all know it's Lex. It's Astrosthetics. Let's get it. Yeah.